In the cold black of Sector 9 Delta, the Galactic Coalition fleet drifted in formation, massive cruisers, agile destroyers, and a flagship adorned with the crest of unity. But the crest meant nothing now. Not after what they had done. Humanity had once been welcomed as equals. The Coalition promised peace, trade, and shared knowledge. Earth had sent diplomats, engineers, and explorers to dozens of worlds, weaving itself into the very fabric of the galactic order. But trust was a fragile thing. And betrayal? That was something humans remembered with generational fury. Admiral Kale Varys of Earth's Unified Command stood on the bridge of the dreadnought Eclipse Ascendant. Around him, a dozen senior officers waited in silence. Before them floated the treacherous fleet that had, only weeks ago, launched a surprise orbital bombardment on Earth's colony world of New Kyoto. 1 million lives lost. Civilians. Children. Scientists. No warning. No declaration. Just glass and fire. The Coalition had called it a preventive action. They believed humanity was becoming too advanced, too independent, too dangerous. They were right. Admiral Varys gave a slow nod. Initiate phase black. No survivors. From the bowels of the Eclipse Ascendant, hatches opened with smooth mechanical precision. Dozens of smaller ships launched like wasps from a hive, cloaked gunships, hyperspeed torpedoes, quantum jammers. Behind them, Earth's hidden fleet emerged from the blackness like phantoms, ships that were thought to exist only in rumors, sleek, silent, and terrifyingly advanced. The Coalition fleet reacted late. Commodore Sherlar of the Turvex Alliance screamed orders across comms. Shields up. Target the central vessel. Bring down that dreadnought. But nothing worked. Earth's weapons ignored conventional shields. Their targeting systems predicted evasive maneuvers before they were executed. Even their communications were being jammed by an AI-infused virus laced into the Coalition's own neural net protocols. In less than 3 minutes, 6 destroyers were gone, reduced to molecular dust. On board the Coalition flagship Harmony's Promise, Grand Strategist Velcor struggled to comprehend what he was witnessing. They weren't supposed to have this kind of technology. Their research logs. They lied, his lieutenant whispered, dread in her voice. The humans, they were always lying low. They let us think we were ahead. A human frigate broke through the front line, its engines pulsing with violet light. It curved like a serpent through enemy fire and unleashed a gravity spike. The spike detonated at the core of a cruiser, folding space-time and collapsing the vessel in on itself with a silent implosion. Varys watched the destruction with calm detachment. Target their flagship, he ordered. The Eclipse Ascendant's primary cannon, codenamed Judgment, charged silently. Instead of heat or explosive force, it used focused null energy to erase matter entirely. A single beam lanced through the void, and the Harmony's Promise simply vanished. No debris. No fireball. Just a gaping hole where the pride of the Coalition had stood. Silence fell across the battlefield. What remained of the Coalition fleet attempted to scatter, but Earth's war algorithms were already predicting every vector. Missile pods detonated in synchronized waves. Railgun slugs the size of cars shattered hulls. Point defense systems turned desperate escape pods into drifting wrecks. There was no mercy. There was no surrender. This was not a war. This was a message. In the end, only one vessel was left, crippled and spinning, its engines offline. Admiral Varys opened a comm channel. A shaky face appeared. Captain Rallorn of the Thalaxian Empire. His fur was matted with blood, one eye blinded. Why, the alien choked. We were allies once. Varys leaned forward. His voice was like steel. You burned our colony. Slaughtered our people. Thought we'd kneel after. But you forgot who we are. He let the words settle. We are the species that survived our own extinction twice. We cracked gravity before we colonized Mars. We cured death before we joined your little council. And you gave us a reason. The comm cut. Moments later, the final Coalition ship detonated in a burst of blue-white fire. Far above the battlefield, in the observation deck of Earth's Lunar Command, the High Marshal watched the footage in silence. Beside her stood Ambassador Rin Tai, Earth's former delegate to the Coalition. They will call this a massacre, the ambassador said softly. The Marshal gave a grim smile. No. They'll call it what it was, humanity's answer to betrayal. And across the stars, those who had once mocked humanity's patience now saw its fury. Entire empires paused their expansion. Treaties were reread. Sectors that had dared to encroach on Earth's frontier fell eerily silent. For in the ashes of betrayal, Earth had revealed its final doctrine. Peace through silence. Betrayal answered in fire. And war ended in obliteration.